Hello, good afternoon and good evening. It is time for Handelabra Live. It is 3 Eastern as we continue on our new time slot. So far, so good. We've got more Jagged Earth previews for you today. It's going to be Habsburg level 5, the Wave of Immigration. So let's go have a look at that in a second. I think we can probably do... I'm just going to check my calendar. I don't have anything after. So let's make a 3-player game. And any spirits and Habsburg. Handelabra Games believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible. Don't forget, anyone working against these goals is not welcome and will not be tolerated. So be excellent to one another. So we've got 3 random spirits. They all are kind of bitey ones, which I kind of like that theme. Are there? I guess there's like another bitey spirit. They're like the 3 most bitey spirits we have so far, though, right? Very bitey, sort of middling bitey, and also, like, you can tell there's a lot of biting that could happen there. Okay, so we did level 4 last time. We're gonna do level 5, which kicks it up to difficulty 9, and adds a Habsburg reminder card under the top 5 invader cards. When it's revealed on each board, we add a city to a coastline without city and 1 town to the 3 inland lands with the fewest blight. So last game that probably would have messed us up a lot because we would have had extra cities on the board. We only really ended up with a couple cities that we were able to destroy to win the game just in time. So maybe that's going to ruin it for us. Let's see. We still have durable towns and all the other things. I don't think these spirits sort of directly destroy towns as much. Some of them, they have a couple innate cards, I think, that do that, maybe, but maybe not. Does this? Yeah, they just do damage. They just do damage. Even the innates just do damage, so maybe that's good. And damage to all is helpful there, I guess, so. Let's go ahead and get started. Feel free to say hello in the chat as well. We're also working on wrapping up the power cards for Jagged Earth, and we'll hopefully be able to show some stuff next week. Oh yeah, let's show another background here. We got all the bonus towns and bonus health. And we got Vengeance here. Vengeance is a new spirit in Jagged Earth. It's nice to play on the three boards that like fit all together in a nice little triangle. Let's go and change the playmat. This one is very bright. I don't know if I want to play it today. Let's go to this sort of rocky, earthy, playing in the dirt map. It's kind of fun. Maybe just to mix it up too, we can go with the alternate style. That kind of works nicely, right? That seems cool. Okay, so we can have 4 big blights, as we call them internally. Hello, Kokimot. Welcome. 4 big blights before we lose. And we don't have a Ravage this turn, we have a build. We don't have level 6, which is increased Ravage damage. So we're just going to try to do the normal things, I guess. We do have the Wave of Immigration card. You can see it coming in the Invader deck, and you can look at it. That says what it does as well. So I'm sure, well, I mean, hopefully we get to see it come up and we don't lose before that. So we've got some wetlands, and again, the wetlands are going to build, or they're, even if they build, if they don't build, they still get to gather town from a land not matching. And so that's going to happen everywhere, basically, because there are nearby towns in all the places, and they are going to build bonus stuff, things to worry about. So we could use Fiery Vengeance to destroy this. We will have a town that we can destroy again with Fire Vengeance. Yeah, we just let them... If we destroy that Explorer somehow, then we could destroy the town that they build, because it won't be durable. There's Blight there, and we do damage. Maybe we can manage to do our fast epidemics run rampant power there. I don't know. Just thinking of ideas here about how we can deal with that land next turn. We always have our, skip, but that's not great. Yeah, this land is going to gather that town, right? Because the number is lower. This one is not going to gather. Looks like. All right, so up in here, Rising Heat has a good pushing ability. So we can actually push a bunch of towns. That's pretty helpful. Like, we clear this land out. We could... That one's probably just going to blight. I don't see us dealing with that. We could give... I wonder if we could use Fire Vengeance and Gift of Furious Might next turn. That would clear out the land. Maybe we do that. It wouldn't clear it out, but it would kill both of the towns. So let's save that for next turn. Which means we just, need energy. If we don't use that this turn, we're kind of wondering what we're going to do. I guess we can put presents in here. Oh, not in there. Unless we use the other thing. We need energy. You kind of need 3 energy to play 2 cards. Maybe we gain a power card and look for something cheap to play with Plague Bearers. I'm kind of into that. Let's do that. Isolate's pretty strong as well because it stops them from doing that gather. Damage per blight, remove blight. That's pretty good with Vengeance, but we might not actually have Sacred Sites very much. I think this power is more likely to be useful for us. We like adding disease. We like adding disease for less than 2 energy. And let's get presence on the board. Let's get presence in areas. I guess getting it onto other boards is useful, right? So let's go in here. Let's play those. Sure. So we'll use Fire Vengeance and Gift of Furious Might next turn. That's the plan. We could Ferocious Rampage in here, potentially, or in there. And we would need some energy to play a second card, so I think we take this. And we play these 2. We just do stuff like that, I guess. This can go anywhere. We can go in there and actually defend 9 in this land here, or this land here, but we may as well spread out a little more. Next turn we'll defend 9 there. That seems fine. And we can move our presence into there with that. And finally, Rising Heat. Rising Heat is often going to double add presence. We do want to play this, but I don't really have anything else that I want to play with it. I'm tempted to just get another card. We could just give energy over, but we could also do that next turn. I guess doing it this turn is good because then I guess I can add presence and play these 2 cards. I guess there's nowhere that we want to skip the Ravage action. Oh, we could put Wetlands in a place where we skip ravage actions. Okay, that's fair. Hello, good afternoon to those who celebrate Kate Walker. Very, very nice. So yeah, we don't need to give the energy. The 1 damage is kind of underwhelming. And so I like this a lot, which we could use here to push away everything. Or we could use it here, which wouldn't push away enough. And we're already dealing with that. So let's use it here. Let's get another card then, because Stinging Sandstorm, I guess Stinging Sandstorm does stop a kill an explorer. Maybe that's fine. We would need, but the thing is we can't afford to play both. So, kind of stuck, right? So let's get a power card. Veil the Night's Hunt. Oh, defend 10, you say. Also defend 5. We got lots of good defend here. We want fire and earth and air. This doesn't require Sacred Sight. So that's interesting. This has the earth on it though. So I'm going to take this. It's pretty easy for me to make Sacred Sights. And that the 1 damage to each actually works really well with the Sacred Sight effect here. And don't need the Sacred Sight this turn. We'll probably make one next turn. Oh, we have that Sacred Sight there. Skip up to 1 Ravage build action. I guess we go in here. We share land. And I want to play those 2 this turn. Alright, seems like a turn. No fast powers at all. Hope you know what you're doing. Anything new to unveil today? We're playing Habsburg level 5, so there's a new wave of immigration card that's coming up later on. That's the new thing today, as well as some, fixes and things like that, and maybe some adjustments. So one thing now, it shows you more clearly where that gather is happening, which wasn't totally clear before. So we're gathering into this land. Kind of a toss-up here. I guess taking it out of this land where there isn't anything, and this spirit's not going to be here for much longer. Here we can gather out of that. I think gathering out of this mountain is better. Let's do that. Yeah, that meant that this wasn't able to gather as well. So that this right now is 7 damage, and we don't want it to be 8. Or 9 like this one. So they're exploring the mountains. There's a new, actually there's a new thing. This Ravage shows a special version of the Blight icon on it. On the overview map, you see it's like yellow and black, so that's the Habsburg flag colors. That's indicating that this is going to be advancing the loss condition in this land. But that's the only one, I think. So, okay. I guess I plan to use this here, but there isn't another Dahan nearby, is there? I guess I can use it here, but we were gonna like blow that up, weren't we? Huh. Oh, they didn't explore here because the town got pulled away. That's interesting. I never saw that happen before with Habsburg, but I guess that's a thing that can happen. So yeah, I think we want to go in here. It's only does 3 damage. It's actually not that. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. That's kind of a mess. And you don't destroy the towns and they keep rolling around. That's, yeah, you kind of need them to blight and then you can destroy the towns. I didn't factor in that this is just 3 damage. I guess we do have +1 damage, right? Okay, so we do kill 1 town. So it's not nothing. And before we do that, let's gather and explore out of the mountain. Here. Yeah, so the fort, I mean, it's not nothing, but we're still, like, lighting here. I guess we'll probably... I don't know what we'll do. We'll just... lose. We're gonna lose! We might lose that Dahan. That's okay. I guess I could, like, get the Dahan out of there. To what end? I don't know. This is range 2 of the middle, so, like, wow, this land can reach with range 2, like, literally the whole island. Is that just something a little funny on this board configuration? That's interesting. It's because it's connecting to, like, everything else. Like, this land can't reach with range 2 to everything else. And neither can this one. But this one can. This is like the super land. That's really cool. I think I never noticed that. Another new thing. New to me. So we want to have presence in here so we can see the whole board at range 2. That's pretty awesome. So here we can add disease to stop a ravage if we like. Like one that we're not going to deal with because we screwed up. Like this one. I guess we do, like, just push all this stuff away. The forest in the bottom left. Oh, yeah, you're right. But that's, like, that's the one land it can't reach. Welcome, Gordon Fontenot. You're right. That's a pretty sweet spot. I think it's going to be herding away from here. Even though we had planned to do that, our plans were wrong, so... we can push another Dahan. That's okay. There's no city nearby. And we can add disease now to someone we want to block. We can, like, let this happen, but I'd rather not. I'd rather this didn't happen because we would lose the Dahan. So let's skip that one. Next turn. This one we can lose the presence and there's blight and it's overall fine. Oh, also we can do this. Turns out we can... I just played this card because it was the next card and actually it helps. So we could go in here and block and actually block the ravage in here because we can send a disease there too. All right, this is, like, obviously trouble, but it's fine for now. And we can kill a lone guy. I want to actually leave him where the blight is because of the durable town thing. I don't want to gather my presence out of there. Yeah, this -1 health sacred site thing is actually going to be really useful, right? For doing stuff. So actually we could use quicken their struggles here and mark territory here or here. That's an idea. So we could save this to Dahan if we want, or we could prevent that blight. All right, over here, I think we can probably... Can we get away with this? No, we need... We can get 2 energy, actually, by placing presents off the top track. We don't need Fiery Vengeance anymore. But we could use it anyway. We kind of may as well. I want to have presents in here, and then maybe we put presents in here. And do I want animal or fire? This turn, I think fire unlocks this. I could put in here and kill this guy. I think that's probably better, right? But we would get to allow the build and make fear if we went in there. Yeah, I think it's actually better to do that. I don't want them to use up my disease. I want disease to continue to be useful. Okay, over here we're going to make a sacred site here and quicken the earth struggles there. So we're going to get another power card. Steam vents is very good elements for this spirit. And often we're going to get to destroy towns. Scour the land is good. Let's go with steam vents. And either go towards card plays. I think if we do this, we get steam vents threshold if we want. Don't think we're doing that right. We can also skip a ravage build action. I don't think we want to do that. Like, it's not that important this turn. Let's see what else we're doing over here. So, I guess Fiery Vengeance does more. We could use that. We could continue to do this and deal more damage, right? Like, that's a thing we could do. So now these only have 3 health, by the way. If we could get some Dahan in there, that would be cool. We could actually go for a gain of power card here, because the only card we really need to play is that. Maybe we get some more fast Dahan movement that we can put Dahan in. This is where we're actually defending. These are not fast. Alright. So element-wise, it's definitely Territorial Strife. And the other ones are fine. Badlands are good, but let's roll with the elements. And we want to add either fire or animal. These are all very fiery, animal-y. Well, this is more, not as animal-y, but fire and animal are a huge connection here. If we get elemental boon or something, we definitely want to pick it up. Because there's fire, animal, air, earth connections between all these spirits. So this turn, if I play this, we're short fire. Yeah, and we play either card, so we take the fire this turn. And I guess we can't Fire Vengeance wherever we want. We could skip the Ravage if we want. I don't hate it. Saves a presence. So if we go in here, defend 9 there. Do we want to do this? Doesn't matter which one we do. This is cheaper. And we can get in there, do damage or add strife, so I think we do that one. Alright, so here we're going to defend 10. Here we're going to stop that. Here we're going to defend 9. Here we're going to stop that. So we have 1 blight. Where did we miss? Oh, here, because you might not stop it. You can choose. Skip a build or whatever instead. That's pretty solid. We played Fire Vengeance. We didn't super need, but we can like use it here in combination with Territorial Strife to kill the town. Or we could like make sure that that Ravage doesn't blight. Territorial Strife can kill the town by itself, so let's just make sure of this, I think. Because an event is coming up. To land with city, build there. Well, there's not much choice. Let's allow the builds. Gets us a fear card. Playing a dangerous game. Push up to 2 explorers or towns. We're also going to gather Dahan into a land with Dahan. In that land, defend 1 per Dahan. Oh, well, that would have worked here if we had more Dahan around, which we don't. It means that we can push stuff into like one of these lands, though, if it's possible, which I don't think it is. We can push stuff. Yeah, we have to start in a land with Dahan. So we don't have to push stuff. This guy's not really doing anything. This guy may as well like go into that other land with the other stuff. In here, they may as well just stay there, right? All right, and here we get to defend. But unfortunately, it doesn't really do anything, but we can, like, collect Dahan together, I guess. Which is potentially good. So, like, we want Dahan here, maybe, because there's going to be a town gathered there. And this one, we just, like... Well, here again, actually, there's going to be a town there, so... And up here... Just get this lone Dahan to not be alone. Guess I could have done it the other way. That might have been better. Remove 1 from a land with Beast. Okay. That's literally just this land, so may as well get rid of some of these million towns. Alright, no ravage on the first turn. And let's allow the build. And we're gathering into here. I guess from this place that it has almost nothing left. Well, I guess that's our sacred site too, but... yeah, let's go from... take advantage of the sacred site, right? Yeah, once again. And for this one, sure. We have sands and escalation. The escalation, right, adds extra towns. And it's actually going to do it twice on each because of reasons. Not click mountains or sands if possible. There are a million towns. All right. That is a lot. A lot in there, but this is the only place we can really use it. Probably just gonna block that with vengeance, I think. Let's do that. That's vengeance there, right? Yeah. Here we have 1 damage, here we have 2, so actually we could destroy a city here. That's probably the best thing we can do, right? I think so. Oh, we could go here. They're not durable. There. If we do that, this doesn't really, this kills an explorer, basically. I think we kill the city. We can also probably defend 9 here now if we want. Yeah. Okay. I mean, we could take this and see what we get instead of reclaiming. But I think strike low is probably the best choice there anyway. We have just the one Super Blight. So let's reclaim. I got good elements and good elements, but I guess the air is good, the water is also good. Moving to Han or pushing things based on blight. Also making fear. They're all pretty good. The air just makes this power have range. It's not that exciting. I'm going to go for that. It's a Jagged Earth power. Why not? Alright, so we want to skip that, and then we'll see what else we want to do. Probably Plague Bears is good. We have this that someone should probably deal with. Goodbye. We could skip it. We could defend it. I don't know that we could defend it, actually. Here we kind of need to do this unless we are happy with everything else happening. I think let's reclaim over here first and see what we get. I would love to reclaim one. That would be cool. We could get in here and use steam vents to destroy, well, right now an explorer. But we could get another card. Yeah, I think we could just reclaim. Let me skip it. Then 6. I need the Dahan to be in places. Defense 6 works here, though. All of these are bad elements, so let's grab Nature's Resilience. I think it's probably these two. This turn, we have 2 Ravages like that, where there's Dahan. So we're gonna deal with that one by skipping it. That one by probably skipping it or defending it. One of these two. We have 3 here, basically, and we can easily defend 1 Nature's Resilience, which has to be a nearby one. So let's say that one, and I guess we don't get to use Mark Territory because we'd have to use it here, right? And we don't have presence in the other lands. So maybe we don't take that and we see if we get, like, a defend 1 is enough, right? For some of these, we have range 1 to them, so... And then we can give this to someone. Oops. Oh, whatever. We got Gather Blight, isolate target land. Blight is added, does not cascade. Oh, we can protect the Dahan in the land as well. That's kind of nice. We can give an extra card play, which would potentially do something. I don't think it actually does something. I like this. We can save a Dahan and they get to kill the town. So do we care about sacred sites yet? Not yet. We do move around a lot too, so. We are not going to be getting the damage here because we don't have an earth. We could take energy or we could take animal. I think it's probably energy because that actually pays off down the road. Let's get our presence. I don't know. Doesn't super need to be anywhere particular. We could go in here. Alright, we're giving someone +3 damage. Is anyone dealing damage? Not yet. If I get a fire, then I can deal damage. So I want to play a card with fire. So Plague Bearers is pretty good. Not doing a ton, it's moving stuff out of here. This requires Blight. We could use it in here for some fear. Yeah, it's not doing a lot. I guess we could get disease into this land if we wanted to. Slow, though. Is there any difference between them in terms of elements? Like, they are actually exactly the same elements. This saves an energy. Neither of them do a whole lot, so let's save the energy. Okay. We're gonna block this. We're going to protect the Dahan. I think here, because there might be like a defend 1 or whatever, whereas here, that's not going to save the Dahan, so. We could also push Dahan somewhere we're going to actually defend, but we're not actually defending, are we? And Nature's Resilience is either one of these. I guess I picked this one. I guess we could choose it based on this. There's going to be Blight probably here. It's also going to be there. Like, that's the better place to use it because there's more fear. So, alright. So what's our total damage here? Actually 2 Blight and not a Cascade because we're skipping that. So, okay. And this is going down here. Each town does +1 damage. Sure. Each beast destroys an explorer. Stops a build. Add Dahan to a jungle or wetland with Dahan. Well, here makes a pair, so we like that. Here makes a pair, so we like that. And that's the only choice down there. All right. No? Oh yeah, they lose their health. It's kind of fun. You can destroy them. Oh yeah, and because he survived in the town, there's a blight. That actually works. That's kind of interesting. That's interesting. Okay. We are going to allow a build. No, actually, allow it. Guess we gather out of the mountain here. And we gather out of there. We gather out of there. That's a scary land. Gather out of here. This is doing more for the minus health than that is, so. Oh, and again, that's also a sacred site, so. Guess we should like do something about that, huh? We have a fear card. We get 12 fear. Do we get the next level? No, we don't. Is that because of the, did this add an extra fear card? It didn't. That happened at level 2. All right, bonus towns. They explored jungles. Actually, an order dinner for right now. Enjoy. We do have to add them to jungles. At least in some cases. I don't think we're blocking explorers anymore. There's so many towns. With the escalation and everything. That's wild. Alright. We have 4 damage here. Which is good for a town. Or hopefully that clears this land. Well, that's not my presence. So there's no sand where we are. But we can empty out this land, for example. This doesn't do anything. This doesn't really do anything, right? So let's just do the damage. Actually, not in a useful place, but there's no useful place. I guess it could have been here, but it's better to empty land out, I think. And this is in a land with blight. We get an extra feat here, but in this jungle we do get to push, we get to stop a build, which in theory does something small. It makes it 1 less damage, or I mean, it stops an extra time from being built, even though it does gather a town. So, and we can get our presence somewhere, right? Or potentially like the defend 9 card. We're already in here. I guess we can defend 9 here and push the Dahan into that land. So that seems okay. All right, we are going to reclaim. Let's make our sacred site here. I do want to eventually get to 3 card plays, so let's go in there. We're certainly playing animal. All of our cards have animal. We don't need more, but we do need to do things. We are probably defending. We have 6 blight. We don't have any like super blight except here. That's 16. So I guess we're just gonna skip that maybe somehow. Maybe we don't. I don't know. Maybe we just accept it. That might be fine. And I can play 1 more card. It ought to have fire on it. We can decide that later, because I don't think... I guess we could... This is range 3, so we could hit this land with it. I guess here we want our defend cards back, but we don't need them. So we can defend these 2 up here. I could defend 10 here, but I don't think that's a huge deal. I'm kind of leaning towards the add 2 presence here. That gets me to 3 card plays, but we don't have enough energy to play 3 cards. Maybe we don't do that. If I get in here, I can be destroying these towns with steam vents. It's kind of tempting. I don't have to have a sacred site there. We can maybe spread out a little bit. Give ourselves some options. I may destroy a town. Okay. So I kind of like using this. That card is One of the only cards that doesn't have fire, though. No one has destroyed presence because we've been too good at defending and stuff. So if Firing Vengeance isn't working, I should probably allow my presence to be getting destroyed. Maybe that's what I do here. I just go into these lands and get my presence destroyed. Three card plays. It also like makes disease, right? So there already is disease there. We have this happening too. Let's add disease. Firing Vengeance isn't going to do anything. We can play it for elements. Plague Bears is pretty good. We're short on energy. Yeah, I kind of think getting the energy track is better here. Then getting up to 3 energy. Oh, then we get this because we picked up the extra animal. And it doesn't really do anything yet, but it's gonna be doing cool things. I think we protect these Dahan, even though we don't get the innate. Seems like a turn. All right, here we're going to, this is just happening, I guess. These can move over here and do something. This can destroy a town. And we're going to defend here. We can really destroy a town here. And we do 1 damage per disease. I guess this jungle is a thing. Not really having any damage there, slow. I don't think so. After an action destroys 1 or more, add town to adjacent land. Cool. That's exactly what we need. Add disease to inland with the most. Like that. Disease is our friend in this game. It's gotta be here. Just ordering, I guess. Gain 1 energy, reclaim a card for some of us. Sure. Maybe that. Those are handy. No Coastal Explorer. Let's go Coastal Explorer. Live the dream. More disease. We have to add a town to an adjacent land, but not jungle. Oh yeah, the -1. This can just go in the sand, right? That's fine. All right, few blight that turn. We're gonna always allow the build. Not always, but often, usually. All right, we're gathering a town into here. Probably this this one, I guess. Into here. Lone one. Wow. That's a lot. Let's grab this one. And for this one, it's one of them. Coastal lands. No explore. Alright, wave of immigration has been revealed. On each board, add city to a coastal land without city. And add towns to 3 inland lands with the fewest blight. So let's see. Here we get to pick a land to add a city. I guess we'll just put it on that horrible one. And there's no decision because there's only 3 inland lands without blight. They just happen. Here, I think the land with blight, because we have +1 damage on it. Actually, I don't know. Let's put it there. And we get a choice here because there's multiple lands. So we're gonna pick not jungle. Here. Whoop. It's there. Oh, it's gonna, yeah, that's gonna ravage there. That's fine. It's gonna make it into a, yeah, it makes it too much damage. We might have to go back all the way. Yeah, we have to go back all the way. All right, fine. Yeah, because that right now is 5 damage and it would become 8. That's not good. I guess this may as well be in the blighted land. I guess they're all blighted, but going with disease. All right, that was a lot. Okay. We can add disease, or we could get 4 fear in this land. I think I like the 4 fear, and that seems like a good deal. We're probably blighting the island next turn. Seems very likely. Is there a land for plague bearers? Does much. We can reduce this land by 2 towns, which is useful because it is coastal as well. So I think that's probably a good idea. Just send them in here and leave the disease. Here. Probably want our presence to be closer to the coastal lands. I guess we might want to defend. We're not reclaiming though, right? That's not going to happen. So we have 2 really bad ravages that are good for skipping. But we don't have disease in them, which we could have probably organized last turn. We can easily skip 1. Might be time to take a major power and hope for something awesome. I mean, I can just skip that ravage, but it'd be nice to skip one that's actually going to be doing something more. could have done like plague bears from this land. Maybe, I don't think I could have seen it. Could I reach it? Let's go back. I think it's not that far back. Yeah, I could do it from here. And I have to make sure to put presents close enough to do this, but I have enough energy and I think it's okay. Alright, so here's I'll send all the towns in there. Alright, so we can skip the 2 builds that are terrible. Here we can reach 3 card plays and start doing a lot, so let's do that. Let's make a sacred site in here. And what else? Where else? I guess in here is going to be useful to potentially get minus health on all those. I'm sure that's going to be useful. This is less useful, but elements wise, yeah, doesn't matter. Let's play this, it's free and is fine. And here we can reach card plays and play all our cards. We have destroyed presence. We can go somewhere with blight and do extra damage. We can also try to like blow up this land, but it's the problem is that land is going to be easier to blow up next turn. Let's go into this land. Maybe I should have made my sacred site here. I think that's actually better. We're going to be attacking that more. Even though we have 1 presence in that mountain already. This land we can like, it has disease, it has blight. So I want my presence in there, and I also have to be next to this, so we can just go into that. That's fine. Is it better being here? Maybe it's better being here because of the blight there. Cool. We get both of our innates at mini level. Not super amazing. Here we were playing that and that and that. What are we doing here? So we're dealing with that and dealing with that. Those are the 2 win condition spots. We have 2 blights up there, another blight here, and a cascade there. I would like to not have that be there. That would be cool. Do we have destroyed presence here? We do. So we could put presence in there and fire vengeance in there. So let's take a major here. Sleep and never waken. Do we have range to this land? I don't think so. Range from a sands, that is. We're here. 1, 2, 3. That's the only sands that we're in right now. I guess we can get in sands, but we want to be in here. Pyroclastic flow is really good for searing heat to have. I mean, it's pretty decent too. It's just fire and earth, I guess, but we don't have a lot of earth. Range 1 from a mountain. We don't have presence in a mountain at all for this spirit. There's irresistible call, which is awesome. That could let us just gather all the towns out of here. It means we don't play anything else but Territorial Strife, which is fine, I guess. We were only playing 2 cards anyways. Does gathering the explorers do anything, really? Doesn't really, because... yeah, it doesn't do a ton, actually. I like Sleep and Never Waken, but... the problem is... it's not doing enough. I guess we could say Vengeance goes in here instead. And uses Fiery Vengeance there. For itself. And then we can use Sleep and Never Waken to skip the Ravage and the build here. Or we could go in Pyroclastic Flow somewhere. Like here. Presence here and Pyroclastic Flow there. 2 damage. We're not going to have the extra. The elements are better there, right? I mean, the elements here are good. They're actually pretty good. I think I like this more. And we can use it just by putting presence there. So if we do that... do we want Bird's Cry Warning for that? We kind of do, but we don't have... we're never going to get the threshold. We're never going to have enough moon. We do that. We keep working towards more card plays. Fire and Animal. So here we have to have a presence in this land instead. Okay, so that takes care of that. And that takes care of that. And we play 1 more card over here. And it doesn't super matter between these 3 cards what it is. +3 damage is pretty cool for hitting this with epidemics, I guess. We can also do our own damage in some of these places. I like this though. All right. Hopefully can get to the next sphere. We're not getting fear for killing explorers here. But skipping both actions is pretty good. All right, this is going here. 5 damage. Yeah, that's a lot of fear. You're striking low. You're fiery vengeancing yourself. Are we short 1 fear? I think we're short 1 fear, unless we pay 1 energy deal damage, which I think we do. Okay, so that makes sure we get a terror level 2. You... no. Oh, that's me. Who, whomst among us can destroy a town? Nobody else? Well, that's annoying. We just have to hope for it then. I think we just have to hope. Hope for the fear. Because could we have gotten more fear by destroying towns there? I don't think so. It's basically 1 damage per fear. There's no... your actions treat. Does that count as your action? I don't think it matters, right? Because we can try it here. We click here. Yeah, it doesn't count as Badlands for that. It doesn't account. We could have gotten fear by using this somewhere with 2 explorers. But is that really that useful? I don't think so. So I think we just have to hope for it. I think we give energy then. Oh, we can stop a build, so stop a build here. There is still the town gather. It's one less thing. Okay, skip this. Destroy a damaged invader in a land with beast. Ah, we could have done that. Oh, we're also immediately ravaging, but we're not defend. We don't have any defend anywhere. So that doesn't do anything. I mean, the land with the most invaders, we can say... oh, this only skips 1 action. So we do end up with a thing. This skips all. Yeah. And this skips all. This is 1 fear per player, but we remove 2 cards. I don't like that. Removing the bottommost cards seems bad. If there was no more stage 2 cards left, then maybe that would be interesting, but I think we're going to act cautiously. Push up to 2 Dahan. So we're not defending anywhere, but we can try to get the Dahan in places where we can defend next turn. So for example, here, and these 2 Dahan that can come into here. And these 2 could go just over there, I guess. Yeah. All right. Add a town to a land without town. Oh, I don't want that jungled. That's annoying. We're going to build a city here because of that, but we don't want that cascade. All right, Ravage there. Do Blight there. Wait, we Blight there? That doesn't say normal ravages. That's supposed to stop it. What's this called? Hardworking settlers ravaged in a land with sweltering exhaustion. Should let me. Yeah, I can't let that happen. Like right now, that's gonna be lose the game. So because it's gonna cascade next time. So we have to take the other option here. Oh, the snow is here. We have a snowstorm arriving just now. I can see it happening. Uploading our attachments. Slowly. Walked home through a nice light snowfall. Nice. The upstream is kind of slow here. But it's happening. I'm just gonna go and click on that land first for Hardworking Settlers and see if that is the issue. But probably have to go back and take the other option. So here we pushed from here to there. Here we pushed from here to here. Added towns. Nope. Okay. That not working right. Okay, so we're gonna create distractions, I guess. our beasts count as badlands. That might be useful somewhere. There were no damaged invaders. Defend 2 in all lands. Remove from a land with Dahan. That doesn't do a whole lot. We can remove this town, I guess. Oh, we can remove these 2 towns. Or these 2 towns. I guess these 2 towns. That's fine. I mean, we could stop them building there, I guess. It's also stopping a fear, but that town just gets gathered in, right? So yeah, we'll stop the build. All right. Skip the ravage. Skip the ravage from that. No ravage, after all. We're gonna allow. And let's gather this guy. Guess we'll leave this land empty. Sands Mountains Explorer. All right. This is going to be a big ravage on the coast. We do have some damage coming up here. We have a scorched space from heat for the first time in the game. We have 4 damage there. We have beasts counting as badlands. We have 1 damage here. We also have some gather pushing. That's pretty good for here. There's a lot. There's 7 Blight 2 Cascades. 1, 2, 3, 4 wind condition ravages. So that's a few. We can add disease. If we add more disease here, then we can probably kill that all in the fast phase, because it multiplies this. But having more disease in other places does help with skipping ravages and stuff, so. This does good things here. Can't really take too much advantage of the beasts. There's not very many. They're just here. We could like go and clear that out. But we already cleared it out. We don't really need the beasts. We could use that to clear it out. I think dealing with the coastal lands is more important. So I think this is pretty good. Is that a... That's 7 damage. Why is it only 7? Oh, because there's defend 2? It's showing the defend next turn. It's actually 9. It shouldn't be showing that defend for the ravage next turn. this. Send these guys out and send these to Han here. And if we can defend there, that would be cool. If not, it's okay. And we want to use this here to take full advantage. This is only 1 damage. But it's 2 damage here because there's Blight. And we could just not have to deal with that land, which I guess is valid. Probably we kill this without having to have 2 disease, right? We could have 4 animal, water, and 2 fire, so I think that makes 2 damage per disease. Makes 3 damage. It's actually slightly short, so I guess we do want to put more disease there. Is there another place we can block? We can block the Ravage here if we wanted to, or here. Okay, we have other places for that, so. It's not looking great. Let's just say that. But do we want a major power? We want to play this so we have basically 4 energy. We don't even really, because we want to hit this threshold. I mean, it depends on what the major power is. It might be Plague Stack or something else, which would be pretty cool. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling minor power because my powers are expensive already. Gold's Allure. That's good elements for us. Doesn't do a whole lot, but I want it, I think. It's free. I'm going to use that to stop one of the bad places. We just like try to save our energy a little bit. We can do Gold's Allure. And we get to clear this land out. This is going to be 4 damage, and +1 is 5. It totally clears it. We have Savage Revenge. That's good. We have this land someone's going to have to deal with. Here we're reclaiming, so we get defense 6 for that. This could be a major power, right? I think this is a major power. Blazing Renewal. Oh ho. But there's no blight in these lands. It doesn't do enough. It's also very expensive. These are bad elements. Not super excited about it. We could bigger the Breaking Dawn and play a couple cards. Actually, we don't have the right cards with it. Two damage to each town doesn't destroy the towns. Could we save up enough energy for this? It's possible. Which board would we use it on? I mean, getting the threshold is not possible for us right now. We don't have 4 water. We have the rest, actually. Except, yeah, we actually do have the rest if we could play a lot of cards. So that's not even a thing. I mean, destroy all invaders on its own is pretty good, but 9 energy is a lot. Accelerated Rot is fine, but the elements are totally opposite of what we have. This might be a skip, honestly. Two damage per Dahan helps here, but we could just defend it, so it doesn't help a whole lot with anything else. This seems more useful generally. Not for this turn, but I think we probably give up Gift of Searing Heat, though it is free. Steam Vent's elements are too good. I mean, we never play this. Doesn't do anything. Okay. I mean, it does, but it doesn't do enough. We're probably going to want this. We're going to want... Do we want that? I don't know that we want... This actually solves this land. So maybe... You can do 1 damage to each town, right? Doesn't totally solve it, but it solves it more than defending it does. Maybe we should have put the disease here, but we can't go back. Over here, is this a reclaim? It might be a reclaim. We could use the Sleep and Never Awaken like on this land. I think it is reclaim. And we can mark territory. Actually, nowhere. I mean, 16 damage, yeah. I think we need a card back. We get 3 card plays. We can't afford mark territory, right? So... can just play the cheap cards. Plus 3 damage with damage dealing power, that probably actually makes it so. If we can get fast damage in here. I guess that would mean that Blazing Renewal could do +5 to +3 damage. We could Blazing Renewal this. That's not where we want to use it. Problem is, we have problems. We didn't put disease in the right land. That's the problem. We could use epidemics here, but it doesn't do very much. It needs to go here. So this actually is not what we're going to play. Steam Vents. Steam Vents destroy the town here. Or he doesn't quite destroy a town there. Steam Vents. Let's see. Okay. We could use this. This should be enough here, right? Just on its own. Let's just do what we're gonna do here and see where we're at. We're gonna skip this or that, but they're both terrible. We're going to use this here. There's no way to like move explorers. And now we don't have any fast damage. So what we're left with is a big ravage there, a big ravage here, a blight there. If we did Gift of Searing Heat, we could destroy the city there. And maybe we get to remove the towns or whatever. Or maybe we get to defend coastal lands. I think that's probably going to be better than steam vents. So let's go back and do that. I got a message. I do love me some steam vents though. All right, this is gonna go to you, and then that goes to you, and we do it in here. Maybe we get lucky on the ravage here. All right, we're gonna exhaustion here because there's Dahan there. This here. All right, so finally we have 4 blight. Well, 3. That one's not going to blight. There, which is a big blight. Oh, and that's not. So 1 big blight. That's it. Okay. And there's like we just don't have enough that we could do. So we've done all we can. Farmers seek the Dahan for aid. So we could teach and they build instead of ravaging, which seems bad. Because we did take care of all the ravages but 1. Why does it say 3 blight? Where am I missing? One, 2 because whatever. Something's not adding up. Something is adding up incorrectly. Oh, here. Right, that's just a normal blade. Okay, fair. So we would save that. Spurn says do damage to Dahan in a land with disease and buildings, which there are places probably on every board. Oh, yeah. And not on this board. Add blight to a land with at least 2. That's definitely a thing, but it can be in a place where they don't cascade. Yes, or destroy presence. And they have -1 health. I think it's always be spurning. We're also going to, add more disease. So this, I mean, these Dahan are dead anyway. Pending the fear card, I guess. So Yeah. This one has to be here, and that one has to be there. So we can add blight to, could be this land. I like this land because it takes away their health. This is happening. Each invader phase power corrodes the spirit. All right, next turn for that. For here, we don't want to cause a cascade here. Destroy that presence. Let's put it here. And here, I think, yeah, this land is the best one for it. I mean, this one is okay too, because we would get to do more with our powers here. Kind of like it being here, actually. Even though we lose a presence. I don't love losing presence, but I do love not having to do 4 damage to destroy town. Yeah, let's put it there. We have ways of getting our destroy presence back too, so. Oh, and they -1 health, so that's even better. On half of the boards, rounding up. So we can pick this board. Oh no, all the boards do have a land, right? Oh, this land doesn't anymore. Oh, it does. Okay, well, it was just there. And here, our Dahan would totally die there, so... Oh wait, we could put it up here. Alright, let's put it up here. Sorry, Dahan. You're getting diseased away. Push up to 3 from an inland land. So we are not avoiding that blight. It does let us stop them building to some extent. We can push. We can get all the towns up to the coast, and that actually stops them gathering a bunch of towns, potentially. It's kind of interesting. I can't overwhelm the defense here. I have to take care of that. I kind of like pushing these all into here. And these all into here, and then they don't get to gather towns here. I think I can safely put an explorer there. Right? Yeah. So this guy's not going to get to gather town, so we could stop that land from building entirely. Or we could stop them building the towns in there. I mean, we have disease, but we want to keep the disease. I think just having this land not do anything would be cool. I like that idea. We don't get to do that very much. Right. Things are being skipped. Destroy the city. Love to see it. Comes right back, but that's fine. This takes up our counter. Ow. All right, click a disease to remove it and prevent the build. No. We're allowing all the builds. We want fear. What's the worst that could happen? All right, gather from here probably. Here we can gather from there. Yeah, it's kind of a hot mess. But think of all the disease. Maybe we shouldn't have allowed all those towns, but they're still going to gather. They're still going to do their thing, so it doesn't really change anything, does it? Jungle wetlands. All right, I think we're going to lose this turn. There's 10 blight and 8 cascades because, I mean, there would have been anyways. It didn't change. It just makes it hard to deal with, but I wish they had minus health for the rest of the game. That would have been a blight card we could have got. But there is a lot of blight. There is a lot of stuff we can do. And maybe we can race to the win condition. Because there's not a lot of cities, once again. These lands let us gather and add strife and make fear. Is there a land that satisfies all that where we actually could... Like, we could do this, but it's only one fear. We could gather this town, right? What if we do this? Push an explorer out. Do 4 damage. Which kills all the buildings. We have to gather another explorer too. What we can do actually is don't kill the city. Straight to the city. And then that land is fine. Quote unquote fine. There's a lot of hot mess happening, but we actually, I don't know, the ravages are not as bad as they could be. I think this wants to be here. Yeah. Boop, boop, boop. Kill 4 towns. And do 4 damage, which kills 2 cities here, or kills everything here. We're going for the victory condition. I don't know that we generate enough fear, but I mean that speaks to maybe we should have destroyed the city down here, because I don't know that we're surviving the ravage in any case. There's so many cascades. I think we have to just like blow up the cities and generate as much fear as we can. So I think we can't do that Gold's Allure thing. fear. I mean, that land's still fine. It just means that we build a lure somewhere else. Okay. Cool. So what is Gold's Allure going to do? We could use it here if we could reach. We could make this land almost be defended or dealt with. Maybe get something that does something with that. And we can damage explorers. Cool. Yeah. Alright, we have a card that generates 28 fear. We have some places, so like Blazing Renewal works really well here. And also here. There's 4 towns in each of those lands. This one, actually, there's a city there too. So, if we do that and Fiery Vengeance, we don't have that much to start presence. We could put someone else's presence here and place presence there. I feel like we need to just try to rush the win here and get lucky with the fear cards and maybe win. Because I don't think we can survive this 7 cascade situation. So here, Sleep and Never Awaken doesn't really do enough. We could look for another major, but we don't have a lot of energy. Yeah, unfortunately, you're not helping that much. As we get back the +3 damage, that's a city killer. We have 1 city there, 2 cities here. Blazing Renewal in here might be necessary. 1 city here. I think we take a major here. Fast damage. Not really. I mean, Rapid Wings is ravage damage. If there's a land that's where it's useful, it's not really the case. That's unfortunate. This does make fear. Not really in a useful way. Yeah, this is kind of a whiff here on this major power lineup. Do I have a land? I have a land with 3 Dahan in it. That's me, right? Yeah. I have a land with 3 Dahan that we could go and put them somewhere. But This generates 2 fear. And if we had those elements, we don't have the earth. If we had 1 earth, then we could have a bunch of damage, but we don't. So I think this is the only choice that is sort of useful. And it's add presence or disease. The add disease here, we do more damage with our innate that we're going to try to get. What would our... We would have gotten 4 energy. Yeah, I don't think that's needed, so... I don't have a blight there, unfortunately. Need to play all cards with animal on them for that to work the best. Means we miss Fiery Vengeance, but we don't actually need it. Probably. This makes 4 damage, which kills a city. And if I didn't have that, it would be also, well, it'd be 1. It would be 1. Yeah, it'd be 2 damage from that and 2 damage from Fire Vengeance, so not a huge difference. We're gonna still have this city here. I don't know how we can get rid of that. Because we can... I don't know that we can actually kill enough of them there. Well, if we get back our +3 damage, we can do it. But I don't think now that we can do it in both places. That's the trouble. Oh, this has the 1 damage to each. 1 damage to each is good here. If we... Is there any chance of threshold on this? If we get a plant card? Or we could reclaim and play a plant card. Or I make a sacred site in here. And they have -1 health. Is this range 1 of my presence? Range 2 of my presence. Okay, that was just like the whole island except for this 1 land where we need it. So without adding... I think I need energy, right? Be able to play things. What if we do that? We need a card that says make a city go away. There are majors that do that, but not for 3 energy. How about for 4 energy? And range 1 million. Well, range 2. Right? No, it's range 1 million. We can rearrange, maybe, if needed. If I reclaim, I get the +3 damage, but we can't actually target this land in the fast phase. Well, we can target either one of them. I am closer, well, I'm actually, yeah, I am closer to that one. So I could get 1 away from it. So I guess we try to get a power card that can do something. Oh man, Unleash a Torrent. This is so close. There's no beast nearby. Oh, add 2 beasts. Add 2 beasts. Or Power Storm. I'm not sure how we're getting the +1 damage on those cities, by the way. I can't afford to repeat Blazing Renewal. All right. We're gonna do this. Any chance of threshold? No. There's nowhere for the cascade to go. This one, it could go in here, so. I don't know that our... I'm only playing that one card if I do this. Okay. We do destroy a city. It's ranged. It's ranged to Sacred Site, so I didn't have to put my presence there. Where do I want my presence? Does it matter? I don't think it matters. I mean, it doesn't need to be where we're getting killed, but does it matter? It doesn't matter. So, problem with the Blazing Renewal is I don't have enough damage to finish off the city. This does 5 damage here. Could we do... No, we need disease. Problem is we have so much damage in this land and not enough in the other places that we need it. I wonder if it's Fiery Vengeance instead of Rapid Wings of Sunlight, but we need the animal to be able to do... We don't actually need the damage in that land, though. So it's more Fire Vengeance instead of, like, Tormenting Rockflies or whatever. But also, you can't do Blazing Renewal and Fiery Vengeance because we only have 2 Destroy Presence. These are things that are in conflict with one another. I guess we just hope we get like 1 damage to invaders somewhere, somehow. I guess. I don't see a solution. Shouldn't this be 5 damage? Because of my +1. Your damage dealing powers do +1 damage. Each beast does 1 fear, 2 damage to invaders, and 2 damage to... That should have done 5. Right? There's no place I can use it that... I can destroy another presence by adding the blight, by cascading the blight to a place with the presence of this spirit. Okay. Okay. We have a way. We just have to cascade a whole bunch. Okay, so instead of I'm going back. Let's get rid of this and play this. And we still could end up needing the Ravage to win, right? So okay. There's still a bug with this, but it's okay. We don't need the damage. We can use that. We kind of have to use that here. And we want to cascade it into, say, this land. We'll need one more presence. So let me just report a bug here. That's probably because the beasts are dealing damage, but it still, I believe, should be +1. And also the Dawn probably also take +1. I don't know for sure, but... So like last week, the game is ending this turn, but I don't necessarily think it's going to be in my favor here. I'll be right back while this is posting up. Success. Okay. So we're going to just do damage. Well, ping a town just in case we somehow get damage per beast or whatever. Okay, so now we have extra destroyed presence. We can blazing renewal into here. And we can fiery vengeance into here. We are getting closer. I don't think we're gonna get there, but we're getting closer. We have this. Now we're here, which now we probably need. Yeah. Need to do like that. And we want to do 1 damage to each. Okay, there are no cities on the board, but we need 18 fear. Well, we're gonna destroy a town. Is there a place we can destroy a town to, like, actually solve a land? I guess this land. We could have used this to defend, but there's no Dahan, and honestly, I don't think it matters a ton. We can put this somewhere else, so anywhere that's defending for 5 or 6. That's 10 now. I guess in theory, putting the Dahan there, they could kill the towns. Oh, here. 5 damage, 2 towns. I accept. So that's 2 fear there. Each spirit destroys one of their peasants. Yeah, so we're destroying presents. I guess here it's getting destroyed anyway. Here's getting destroyed anyway. Like disease, maybe that does something. Alright, the event says we win. Add blight, but do not cascade. Don't think that matters. We're getting 5 cascades already. Ignore disease, 1 fear per board with disease. Well, we have a lot of disease on the board, but it's not 1 per. Defend 2 if the land has Dahan. Cool. I mean, we just accept it. It's not going to change the outcome. Different land with Dahan, 1 damage per Dahan. Okay. So that land we just defended is good. That, I mean, these are all already whatever. Like, is there a land that's not ravaging where this does something? Probably not. Like, they're already dying. Oh, I guess we get the next fear card, so let's do that. We need the next fear card. So here. Alright, we're 12 away. I don't think we're making it. And yeah. Remove 1 town / explorer from an inland land. Okay. I guess we could remove all 3 of those, but that one's a cascade, so. Remove from a coastal land. Okay. Skip build actions. Sure. Thanks. All right. Here's where we lose. I think. Go to all the places where we don't lose. So finally, we ended up, after the fear cards, with 2 cascades. No, like, game over blight. That's pretty good. But I guess we could have destroyed presence. We would have had 3 more blight. and you might not have lost. So there's that. I probably should have chosen differently for that event plate or whatever it was. Oh no, this is a big one. There's still a big one. So I think it didn't matter in the end. Game over. Close though. Almost could have survived to the slow phase and then we probably would have won. We would have been able to generate 10 fear or whatever. All right, the game of biting ends in defeat, but that was a good time. Thanks for watching here on Handelabra Live. We will be back next week with probably some more Jaggers previews, hopefully some new power cards. So thanks for watching today, and yeah, much closer look to the start of the turn. I thought it was going to be like last fear card, like some level of fear there. Like it wasn't like one fear away, but it was still not so close, but pretty close. Yeah, thanks for watching that, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night.